Matt Walsh talked about it as well on his show. Here
Today
it
on
is.
the Matt Walsh Show, children's hospitals around the country are butchering, mutilating, and sterilizing their young patients. So according to Boston Children's Hospital, literally every toddler who has ever been born or will ever be born is trans. Now, if it seems like they're casting the widest imaginable net in order to catch the most children they can and put them all on a path to sterilization and butchery before they can even talk, well, that's because that's exactly what these monsters are doing. And they've done.
The fact that this kind of narrative can continue, by the way, is pretty incredible. But yet again, it's another example that like just no one gives a shit about trans people. Like people just do not care about trans people. People talk shit about trans people. People literally call for blood. People call for the heads of trans people and they can get away with it because no one cares. It is really fucked up. How are you legally just allowed to say whatever the fuck you want about a person or entity with zero repercussions? There's no protections. There are no protections.
Done it up until this moment without much resistance from the public. But that has to end. We have to stop making it so easy on them. And that's why I'm in the very early stages of trying to organize a national coordinated effort to fight back against this evil. You know, it's really just a matter of where do we begin? Maybe we begin at Boston Children's Hospital.
Boston Children's Hospital says its staff is being threatened and harassed now after far-right activists on social media posted misinformation, claiming they perform gender-affirming hysterectomy procedures on young girls. The hospital says it's not true. They do not perform those procedures for anyone under the age of 18. Boston Children's Hospital says it is proud, though, to be home to the first pediatric and adolescent transgender.
The scary reality here is that if enough people are transphobic, you can just get away with this. If enough people are fucking white supremacists, you can get away with this. If enough people are anti-Semitic, you can say this and literally institute pogroms. It is the exact same bullshit, okay? That is the unfortunate, scary reality, okay? If there were adequate measures in place, there should be some, like this person would be in jail. Like he would literally be in jail. That is insane. It is completely fucking insane that Matt Walsh can go on his broadcast and straight up be like, we need to start a mass campaign against Boston Children's Hospital. And the goal is not about the truth, by the way. Let me just clear something up here. When you turn around and talk to a person like this or talk to one of their fucking followers and you say, well, technically they're not doing hysterectomies under the age of 18. You're actually wrong. Don't misunderstand. They probably know. They do not care. You have to recognize that like they are lying specifically so they can get more people on board with their cause. You're not going to be able to change their minds, and you're not going to be able to change the minds of a lot of people because ultimately the conversation was never about trans women competing in sports. The conversation was never about trans women going and using the correct bathroom. The conversation always was about trans people existing, okay? And a lot of the people that turn around and fucking, that's freedom of speech? Oh, really? That's free speech? So if I were to say the exact same things that Matt Walsh is saying about trans people, but for you in particular, figure out where you live, dox your fucking family, okay, and then say that my gigantic audience should come over and do something about it, that would not be protected by free speech, would it? It would not. Of course it wouldn't. I would get banned immediately. So shut the fuck up. At this point, it's not even stochastic terrorism. Their logs are generally normal, to be honest. Yeah, but there's so many people that like lose their shit. The question that trans people face, okay, is going to cause them to finally turn their attitude around. They're just not going to because they're just afraid. Yeah. Stephen Miller is elevating it. Stephen Miller is promoting it. This is monstrous. How does anyone involved in this still have a medical license? I wonder how. Because what you're saying is just a lie. It's an outright lie.
Health program in the United States. The hospital, though, now is working with law enforcement to try to better protect its staff.
Here it is. Matt Walsh, knowing that the Boston Children's Hospital staff are getting violent threats, continues to push inflammatory, anti-trans, anti-Children's Hospital mocking tweets to his audience. Yes, this is stochastic terrorism. It's not. It's just direct terrorism at this point. At a certain point, you gotta realize that like this isn't stochastic. He is doing a call to action. When you're doing a call to action, I don't know how much of a like I don't know what more you can say. I mean, he's not directly saying like bomb this hospital and kill the doctors, but he's pretty much saying that. He's saying it without saying it. We are deeply concerned by these attacks on our clinicians and staff, but not by irreparably mutilating the bodies of minors, apparently. That's awesome, dude. Fuck this guy. I really hope, I really, really, really hope that they get their ass fucked by the long dick of litigation, okay? I want these motherfuckers to just open up the coffers, okay? I want it so bad. I want it more than anything else. I want what's going on with Alex Jones to look like a joke, okay? I want them to be sued so fucking hard that they think long and hard about ever shitting on people for taking any kind of medical decision that they want to take ever again. Okay? They are unironically looking to, as the chatter also correctly pointed out, incite violence against these doctors. Incite violence against these doctors in the same vein as Bill O'Reilly did towards doctors that were providing abortions. But instead, these motherfuckers are able to just do whatever they want. They can be on YouTube, they can be on Facebook, they can be on Twitter and continue the blood libel. They can do all of this shit. They can do all of this shit. They can advocate for it nonstop. Ben Shapiro's doing it. Look, apparently carving fake penis out of arm flesh and suing them into minor girls not dangerous, quoting the people who promote such atrocities are verbatim dangerous. Remember, abortion is a one-to-one comparison to this. Why? Because it's a medical decision. It is a normal medical procedure. Okay? Top or bottom surgery, same shit. Normal medical procedure. Any medical procedure that you don't like personally, you could bastardize and make to make it seemingly incredibly violent. Because surgeries are just like, if you describe surgeries in real terms, it's going to come across like it's a really fucking violent thing, like open heart surgery. Do you understand? You could describe open heart surgery in the exact same way. You could describe tonsil surgery in the exact same fucking way. Do you understand? And they do this with abortion, and they're doing it with surgeries that trans men and women get. Now, the difference, of course, is that they're also lying and saying children are getting these surgeries when they can't. The right wing is radicalizing and arming the mentally ill for their political gain. Dangerous stuff. Yeah. You could describe this about your wisdom teeth getting removed this exact same way. But of course, wisdom teeth removal is not happening exclusively to a minority of people that are getting fucking dunked on nonstop and can openly be discussed as an aberration, as a wound to be, as a fucking wound to be cauterized, or as a problem to be excised from society in the same way that trans people are. And that's it. That's why they can do that. That's why they can talk about that in these terms. Same with fucking women. Same with abortion and women. You could just shit on women, except of course, trans people and trans issues are nowhere near as popular as, abortions which impact women, which is why there's a 75%, 75% fucking approval for defending Roe v. Wade. And yet Republicans were able to take that away too. So fucked up. You might be missing the point. No offense. I think Ben Shapiro might be thinking of society effects rather than the surgery itself. What? Are you a fucking 6-month subscriber trying to describe Ben Shapiro's like unironic transphobia by trying to normalize it and defend it? What the fuck? What's societal effects? What if an 18-year-old, after consulting a fucking doctor over the course of a year and demonstrates they have gender dysphoria, is able to get a fucking surgery, all of a sudden you're gonna fucking lob your dick off? Is that what you think? Is that how it's gonna work? You fucking monster. What are you, out of your mind? No, I don't know much about it. I was just thinking about it. If you don't know much about it, why do you fucking immediately side with the most reactionary person that you know is a fucking demon? Think about that. Societal effects. A trans person is existing has no societal effect on you, you fucking idiot. Armenian genocide? What? Bro, that's my favorite, dude. I swear to God. Conservatives that come in here and literally don't even think. They just go Armenian genocide. Like, he didn't even say, I deny it, or what my opinions are on it. He just wrote Armenian genocide. Because, like, in that moment, he was so horny to come up with something. He was like, ah! I've never denied the Armenian genocide. Never. Which is pretty funny. Because so many people just like, so many people on the right like routinely just lie about that. I don't know why. Well, I guess I do know why. Because, you know, you have nothing. So you have to like make something up. Animals, dude. Straight fucking monsters, okay? Yeah.
In the face of these lies.
Today,
Just respond with the Native American genocide? No, because I'm not fucking denying it. Like, I'm not even gonna like shift the attention away to anything else. Libs of TikTok, Matt Walsh and other far-right influencers decided to make Yale New Haven Hospital and Pittsburgh Children's Hospital their next targets. Oh, they're moving on to other hospitals, too. There's very little chance these demons can be reformed or convinced. They must fear prison time or they'll never change. In fact, they'll get worse. There's no bottom. Why would they go to prison? I hope you go to prison. Fuck me, dude. The terrorists at Media Matters are inciting violence against me. Please, everyone, report them. I shouldn't say anything. I just said, inshallah, one day you will get better. That's all I said. I didn't say anything bad. They literally use the most grotesque language on purpose to make a mastectomy sound like some back alley butchering. Of course, they do it on purpose. They do it with abortion too. Trump supporter took an L at the bar.
All right, fuck the patriarchy. Fuck it.
Fuck it all.
Go Trump. Ew, you're sick. All right, fuck the patriarchy.
That's funny. What the fuck? Why? Why did she think someone saying fuck the patriarchy was actually gonna like be in support of Donald Trump? I mean, in his eyes, you said something bad seeing he's a fascist? Yeah, I just want him to get better. Nothing bad about that, right? Couldn't have said anything wrong or bad. Okay, there's more we're going to talk about. I want to see what the fuck this Sam Harris video is about. But before then,